All right, I pray for increase. Hallelujah, as we say. And let me get this service started, okay? First of all, I have a guest here, and I'm just going to point her out now. And Ebony Adams, raise your hand. Everybody that comes here has to have their own space because I just take up so much space in this office, as you know, starting this service. But welcome all. I know I have some um, regulars here, and if I have any new people here, welcome to a Heart for Healing service. This service is conducted in three parts. The first you just went through, which is a song. The song is always related to a short talk that is either given to me. It is, it comes directly from Spirit. As you know, this is my little, that's my talk. That's the last four services. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one. So there's nothing scripted. Spirit has to come in and advise what to say, what to do. But I am going to point out, because Apostle's here, or my best friend, and she was coming here to visit Ebony, and she ended up being here, so she has to be in another part of the house for the service because she can't get home in time. So I have a trinity here, and it's just wonderful. And that has to do with exactly the topic. Do you notice all the song? It was called, that's prayer. It's from the prayer of Jabez, but that's blessing. The topic tonight is bless me, bless you, blessing. I don't care how you put it. Blessed with an ED. Give a blessing, get a blessing. That's what we are here to do tonight. And I'm half crazy when I start these services, and the more energy that comes in, and the more that you give me, and the more that you smile, the more spirit comes in. So I had to get a sock, and I'm going to tell you what this sock is for in a minute. See, I had to surprise Ebony. Look, making her laugh. Yeah, we got this sock. I'm going to tell you what the sock is for. But I got to finish the service. Part 1 is the song. Part 2 is the talk. And I already said the talk is going to be what? Blessings, blessing. You're a blessing. I'm a blessing. I'm going to get into that. The third part of the service, as you know, is the healing, which for me really is the most important part, where we call in the spirit world our angels, our helpers, our ancestors, to help do all the healing for us on this video or on the call. And then we do the second part of the healing is remote absent. So you do have to look at the chat box to see who we are to pray for and who we are to send healing to. So we first start with everyone here, and then we send to everyone that is in that chat box, whether it's a pet, whether it's a person, whatever. But that prayer, the song tonight, bless me. It's bless me and bless you. If you don't know about Jabez, you can go read about it, about what he was, but he was blessed. There's been a lot of critique about that, but I'm not here to get the critique part, because Spirit said, bless everybody. Okay, so forget the criticism on it. It's a blessing that you are here. You're blessing me by your presence being here, and I'm going to bless you because the Spirit's going to come through and do that for everyone. So that's it for the service. We do have some regulars that aren't here, and we are going to be praying for them. I have to add one more regular in there, Jojo Pa, who I don't think she's with us tonight. And we had to pray for her at the last service, so I have to add her name to the chat box. But that's it. I will have 2 announcements at the end. The announcements will be posted on my website. These have to do with Camp Chesterfield, but they'll be at the very end of the service. So without further ado, because I'm going to cut myself off early so I can get to yip yapping and talking. So tonight I'm coming out of, those of you, if you got a King James version, it ain't going to read like the one I read from. Okay, because I'm reading from, again, direct translation of the Aramaic. Okay, that's what it looks like. Whether you get a hardback, this is the Lamsa, the George Lamsa version. And tonight I'm coming out of Numbers chapter 6, verses 24, 25, and 26. And it reads as follows. Again, it's going to read different in one line if you're using King James, and you're going to see it. Lamsa version. 24, Numbers chapter 6, verse 24. The Lord bless you and keep you. 25, the Lord make his face shine upon you and give you life. 26, the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Now, that's a trinity in itself, those verses. And I have to show my little sock right now because it has everything to do with this. Spirit said, okay, I'm going to bless me first, and then I'm going to bless everybody else. But this sock has everything to do with it, okay? And this is from a friend of mine, dear friend, gave me my first pair years ago, and I want you all to see it because this is how much I've been blessed. Can you see what it says? If you can, put a finger up. I need to have an affirmative. Thank you. Now, you want to see what it says on the other side, so we have to do like this. Remember the old puppet shows? So here we go. Yeah, I got my joy guide is here tonight, so look out. Okay. So that's why I'm like this. Okay, if I can keep it off, but I don't know with all the blessings falling down. Okay, can you see it? Is it right side up or is it backwards? Okay, this way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, they said, see? Okay, so, and that's one of my songs. If you come to Sunday service, that's at the end, Camp Chesterfield, you'll do this, hear this, because I am happy. This is happiness, and I use Pharrell Williams, so I am, was it happy? But anyway, I love my life, and there's happiness. Now, the company, and I don't push them, but if you want this pair of socks, it's not just one, there's a matching one, okay? I just didn't want to look real silly with two puppet socks on my hands. But this is Notes. It's called Notes to Self. And I have one other thing, but I couldn't show it. And I don't know if she's here, but I sent it to one of the, I don't know if Taylor is on. I know her, the grandmother is on. Yep, Taylor is on. Now, Notes to Self. The topic is what? Blessing. So I'm going to get started on talking about blessing so we can get to the healing. And I have about 12 minutes to do that. But I'm a blessing. Notes to self, unbeknownst to me till a couple of days ago, they have baby outfits and they have a little cap and it says, I am a blessing. And then they have a little outfit and they have one in blue, one in, I think, yeah, one in blue, one in pink, and they did one in green. So if you don't know what the child is, be blessed, new birth, green, new spring. So they have it in green, but it's a little hat, I am a blessing, the little, and the socks, baby socks, and they say the same thing, I am a blessing. So that's the whole topic. So I had to tell you about Notes to Self. I had to show you the socks that they have because you're a blessing, I'm a blessing. And if someone asks me how I'm feeling, and some of you who know me, what do I say? I am blessed and highly favored. Now, what that part comes from is exactly from that prayer of Jabez, which is, enlarge my territory, enlarge my increase. It says, I pray for increase. Now, most people, I'm going to tell you, the criticism, I'm only going to do one line about it, is all when you pray for increase, people narrowed it, meaning to what? Finance and money. No, when you pray for increase, increase means increase my optimal health, increase my good health, increase my friendship. So guess what? I'm blessed because I have friends who bless me. I'm blessed because I bless back. You have family who bless you. You are blessed because you have those families. Look at the friends you have. The friends that you have bless you. You bless them back. Your pets that you have. Where's Gina? Gina was on here. You don't, I know. Okay. And I know Gina's there. And her dog is one I take care of. And her dog is a blessing. Okay. Stella, that's the dog's name. Okay. Stella. And then I have Kathy, who's right here. Okay. With Chico, but Chico gets a little funny when he gets over in a blessed house. Okay. He tries to stand off a little bit, but Kathy whoops him in shape because he loves her and you can see it. And I mean, that's your children. And I understand that. I don't care if it's a cat, a dog, a hamster, whatever it is. And Joy has a cat. Joy, I just want everybody to know the cat next door, and every guest in the last 2 months has seen it. The cat next door has adopted me, and I have renamed her. Her name is Raven. Not to me, it's Midnight, because she only comes over when it's real dark. Okay. So, and my cousin met her, and so this cat comes over here and blesses me. This cat took to me. This is the neighbor's cat, and it spends more time over here with me. And I think she just feels the blessing. But this is a blessed house. My apostle who's here, she's blessing my house where she's sitting. Ebony is blessing where she is sitting. This is no mistake. I didn't know this was going to happen. That's how I get blessed, because you have to recognize your blessing. So I'm going to give you your home reinforcement now, what I call it. You know, I don't like the word work. And as an energy kinesiology, your body doesn't like the word work. So we give home reinforcement. Your home reinforcement this week is to get, I don't care if it's a sheet of paper, a little one, a big one. I want you to write down and acknowledge all the blessings that you have. Now, most of us, and I will say this, we don't look at challenging events as blessings. But one of my friends, and I don't know if she's on tonight, I have to Dr. Iris, because she's been running around again, and I don't know if she made it to service or not. But she calls them OFGs, opportunities for growth. So any negative that you have, anything that's distasteful, anything that you dislike, count it as an OFG, an opportunity for growth, and then bless it. So challenging events, you may not look at them as being, but I don't know why. The Spirit said, take the glasses off because you ain't reading from nothing nowhere. Okay. So look at those challenging events as a blessing. You will still feel blessed because you can call on Source. You can call on Mother, Father, God. You can call on Creator. You can call on the Almighty I Am. You can call on the universe. You can call on Mother, Father, whatever you want to call it. You are blessed because you're able. And even if you can't talk, if you can't emit it, you have an intent. You can put a conscious intent out there for the guidance. Okay? You can put a conscious thought out there. So you don't even have to say it. And you are blessed just by knowing you can do that. So I'm going to have to go back to one of my old teachings here, trust, to rely upon Spirit totally for the guidance. Order my steps. And Ebony had just said that, this afternoon. I don't know what's going to come in my head, but they put it in my head, but it's coming from the heart where Spirit is living. So you trust that Spirit is going to guide you. You trust that they're going to give you the appropriate thought at the divine time for you to use. But what most of us don't do, and I had to do a lot today. I said, oh my God, I heard, when you talk to your people tonight, I'm blessed for my friends. I'm blessed for my family. I'm blessed for the challenges I have. I'm blessed for the money flow that I have. I'm blessed for that prayer of Jabez. I'm blessed for the increase that I have. I'm blessed for every material thing, every spiritual thing, every emotional thing. I'm blessed for the light that I bring. I'm blessed for the light that I give. I'm blessed that you give me the light back. Yes, I am on a roll, and who knew I was going to be like this again? Because, I don't know what I'm going to get fired up. So I don't know if my little girl is here that always says, I'm going to name you Reverend Firecracker, because the fire has come, okay? I don't know if she's on. I can't see the chat box at this point. I'll have to look at it right before I pray. But blessing, blessing, blessing. And here's the thing. I do know when you recognize blessings that flow in other people's lives, there is you want to say if it's a cooperative spirit, I don't know who that angel, the particular archangel is for that. But when you start blessing other people for the little bit, you bless them for the lot that they bring you. Guess what happens to you? You start getting the increase. And if you sit for a moment, even after this service, just sit. And I want you to enumerate, not just for today, just for a week, the number of blessings that Spirit, Source, the universe has allowed in your life. Now, I'm going to tell a real short story because it just happened to us the other day, and I was kind of begrudging it. Had no idea Spirit was going to use it for this service. We had to go to the little health food store that's here. Not little, it's a big one, you all have them. But I took Ebony, and we got hit with this woman driving in a car, rolling her window down, asking us. I said, God, she's going to ask us for money, this and that. And I said, see what happened? I dropped right into judgment, right into that material plane. But I've been blessed with so much in abundance. God knows that. So it's like, sorry, Reverend AdaRa, it's going to be you today because you got something to give. Now, I didn't have the money. Well, now this is what they do. They didn't care about the money. Can I follow you? Of quote. Ebony, correct me if I'm wrong. I will let you unmute. If I say something wrong, put your finger up. She rolled down the window and was like, no, I'll come in with you. I just want to get a few things. I got a baby and a children in the car and I got to feed them. And I'm like, and she's driving. I couldn't really see in the car, but I'm like, wait a minute, why am I distrusting? You know, see, we are programmed to come right off of that into, that's just what I did. So yeah, I'm telling on myself because I had to forgive myself for making a judgment about her like that. And then Spirit showed me my bank account, you know, just flashed some numbers in front of me. It's like, you don't think you can spare $10, $15 for this woman? Even if she didn't look in the car. So when she did park, she came in the store. Now she was piling a whole bunch of stuff in that store, wasn't she, Ebony? And we're looking and I'm like, oh gosh, she's gonna fill this up. I said, now I have a guest. So I told the woman, I have a guest. I'm supposed to be buying something for the guest. And I still heard Spirit once again, and I didn't even share this with Ebony because I didn't know I was gonna have to use this tonight. But it flashed the bills and the dollars, and it said, you have enough to spare. Whether she's trying to fool you or whatever, it doesn't matter. Tell her what you're going to do. So I went up, she had her cart, and I said, ma'am, I told you what I would spend. I have a guest here. And I said, I have to do some things with her. And this is what I'll do if you really have a baby and a child. And she did. I found it out when we went, but I said, no, she had way too much okay in her cart. But what I did say is I committed to, I will do. So what? So I don't know what blessing I'll get, but I didn't do the act to get a blessing from her. I did not actually buy the food to get and say, okay, Spirit just showed me that money, this and that. I need to buy this food for her to get a blessing. Now, I am going to share something because it happens with Apostle Me. Every time we seem to go out together, we attract either the homeless people are there or they come out and they come up to us, and it happens all the time. So this time it happened at a store. Like I said, it's Sprouts. So the lady had everything in there. And when I saw that, I said, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to have to get her some things. And she literally waited. She went back to her car, waited till everything. I did all the shopping, went back. I put the stuff in the cart that I told her from her cart that I would buy for her. Okay. But not thinking at all. I didn't do it to say, well, if I do this good act, this good service, oh, God is going to bless me. You don't do tit for tat like that. A blessing is a blessing. And you have to recognize that all things God does, all things Creator does, all things the I Am does, work together for your good. And all you have to say is, in my life, claim it. I am blessed. Before you go out the door, in my life, I am blessed. God is already the blessing in your life. But as you know, and I've said it, as praise goes up, blessings flow down. So you praise Source, you praise the I Am, for all the creatures, you praise the heavenly host for all that you have, the little, the lot, the challenges. Like I said, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your opportunities for growth. Just bless, 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 because you will get those blessings in return. Now, I will say, I will likely get blessed just from the awareness of God's guidance. Just me recognizing you needed to come off your little ego self, AdaRa, and get up to your spirit self. And your spirit self is the one that then guides you and says, well, do the right thing. And can't you spare $12, $15? Yes, I could. But don't get into thinking what I should do. But that's exactly what I did. I said, well, she got too much in the car. I'm going to do. And I just made this is what I'm going to do. But the thing is, I did it. I didn't even go back to, is she trying to rip me off this and that? Spirit said, just do it. So we get, Nike, just do it. So that's what I did. She wasn't even in the store at that point. I had the stuff in the car. I get there, take it all out. We go outside. Ebony says, isn't that a truck over there? I'm like, Ebony, because if it's not, I'm taking this stuff back and get my money back. Okay. But the thing is, Spirit did not. Source, God did not want me to do that. The whole meeting was set up so you don't know sometimes when you're going to be that blessing in someone's life and how it comes back. I haven't even asked. I don't care how it comes back, because the point is you recognize the blessing is going to flow because you served. You served. You did something from your heart. You did something that was good, and that awareness. And so what happens? You just radiate, and that's what I did. My faith, forever activating the impossible thought at its highest level. And I'm attributing that to Apostle Jeanette Parker. That's what that is, okay? But the trust that comes with that faith. So you accept those things that you are going to get pressed down, flowing out, running over, as Monsignor used to say. That's how you do it. So you be the light in your life so you can be a light in someone else's life. And then you provide, you are the blessing for someone else, and you will get that blessing in return. It's not going to be perhaps from that same person, from the same event, but guaranteed, I can guarantee, and you use your trust, you use your faith, you are going to be blessed. So let the Lord bless you and keep you. Let the Lord keep smiling his face upon your countenance, your friends, your colleagues, your families. And when you ask for increase, and I'm praying for increase for everybody on this video, on this call. And what do I mean by increase? So let me be specific before I close and go to the healing. Now, some of you might be in a financial bind, a constraint. Well, when you need increase, don't you specify what it is. You just pray for the increase, and you ask whatever word you use for God, Lord, the universe. You ask in that name. Show me, give me. Now, there was an old movie, was it Show Me the Money? You know that, Jerry Maguire. This one, you put your hands in prayer. You get your hands up, you surrender, you let go, you let source, and you just say, show me and give me the increase. Don't specify why. The Holy Spirit knows where you need the increase. Did you get that? Where you need it. Do you need a door open for a new career or a job? That's increase. Just pray for it. Don't say, I want this specific. There's some things you take your hands off when you let it go and you let God. But you ask for the increase. Maybe it is a new career pathway. Ask for the increase. Now, if it is something financial, get a dollar bill. Now, I tell people this, so I know I was going to say this either. An apostle may be in there laughing, but you go get a dollar bill. And I don't mean a 5 or a 10 or 20. The increased spirit will increase for what it is. But if you need and you have financial debt or a burden, you get that money, you put it in an envelope, you write a little note with it. Dear God, dear source, whatever, I need increase to pay off blank. Okay, maybe that is a debt or something. If you need the financial increase, then you put it under a green. Go buy, I don't care if you have to go to the dollar store, to Family Dollar, whatever, buy a green candle. Now, Apostle and I are going to be teaching in a couple of months, and I will announce it at this service. We're going to teach a candle class. There's going to be it's not going to be real long, but it's the purpose of the candles, how you bless, dress, anoint candles, what the colors are for, and how you use them. But I tell you, you put a dollar bill under that green candle, and depending on, you don't have to have the saint, but watch the increase that'll come. But that was just a little tidbit to whet your appetite. I didn't know I was going to do that. Like spirit is just all over the place with me tonight, okay? So anyway, but that's for increase. And green is what? It's money, but it's also new birth. So you spring into the new birth. You spring into the increase. But notice what you did. You didn't ask somebody else for it. You didn't go get a loan. You trust and you depend on source, that when you ask for the increase and you burn that little $1.25 candle, whatever it is, or a $5 one, depending on what it is, the increase is going to come. Now that's going to be guaranteed. And that's what he says, hear me what I say. Okay. And that's the Monsignor. He taught us and trained us how to do that. So that's it. But in terms of that increase, so All I know is wherever I am and whatever I'm doing, God's source is never more than a prayer away. And that's the prayer that you're praying. You're praying for the increase. You're praying for the blessing. And you never, I don't use never too much, but there's one time I will. You will never, capital Never, outbless God who's trying to bless you. And that's how I'm going to end this and close it. You will never, 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 never outbless the source that blesses you. We all got that message? All right, they told me I can stop now. They said, time to do the healing. So again, home reinforcement, get a sheet of paper, write down anything, everyone that has blessed you, and then ask for the increase. And before the week is out, be a blessing to someone else or an animal. All right. All right, let me take a breath. Let me drink just a little bit of water. We're going to move into the healing portion. I want everyone now, if you can, please check the chat box for all the names, every name. So I'm going to invoke this blessing now. Every name of every person, every pet, a location or place that you put in that chat box will receive the blessing of healing this night. Now that's guaranteed. It's going to come through all of us. But where is that blessing coming? It's coming from source. So I want you now to just take a minute or two. I want you to drop into your heart. Take a big breath in and exhale out. Take a big breath, deep inhale in and exhale. Breathing in the word soul and exhale the word calm. And I'm calming my own body down as we move into sacred healing space. Tell your body to relax itself. I'm not going to do a full relaxation, but what I will say, move your breath and your energy into any part of your body. You don't have to be able to touch it. It may be an organ, a gland. It may be your blood. Tell your body, in the name of your Christ consciousness, to calm and start the healing process. We're going to do all the healing for those of us here first, breathing in gently and slowly exhaling. I call forth now the Archangel Michael. I call forth Raphael. I call forth Haniel, Gabriel, Zadkiel, Chamuel, and all the host of archangels. I call forth the seraphim, the Chohans, the ascended masters, and just know God is in the midst of this healing blessing this night. Call forth the healing for every face on this video, every name that may be on the phone. And we move into the healing portion now. Call in the highest, clearest light as you breathe in healing. Exhale, healing. And I ask that the company of heaven, your guardian angel, your healing teams, the healing guides from all traditions and cultures, be here to heal everyone right here, right now. I'm going to be silent for a minute so all of us here can receive the healing and direct it to any body part, any portion that you need. Breathe and know healing is taking place. Now allow the healing energies to still flow, but direct your attention now to all the homeless, to those in the hospice, the hospitals, home care. Every name, place, location, pet, every person in that chat box, we now direct the healing to them. Let all be blessed in the name of healing, in the name of optimal health. And I ask Michael to take away all that which is no longer needed from any that are listed in the chat box. And I ask Raphael and all the healing guides and teachers to gather up the energies and send forth the vibration, the frequency, the color, whatever it is needed. Only Spirit knows for each one on that list. And again, I fall silent to send healing, remote, absent, long distance, to all those not at this service. I'm going to call forth healing for any emotional, spiritual, physical, psychological issue that exists for anyone on that list. And now we send our energies into the spirit world. Know that the company of heaven will pull that curtain back, the unveiling. And now pray for your family members, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grands. Pray for your sons, your daughters, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles. Pray for your ancestors. Pray for those leaders that led us when they were here. They were our mentors, our leaders. And we stand upon those who have gone before us. Send them healing. And those of you who are mediumistic, you know that when they call upon you, your healing, your words of love will cross that veil to heal those who have made the request. So send forth that healing out of the spirit part of you, because you and me were made in that image. I am whole, I am healing, and I am healed in the name of the Almighty I Am Presence, and send forth into the spirit world as I fall silent again for those at the myriad levels. Know that their prayers will reach them. And again, healing is done. And in the name of the Holy Spirit, I ask that thy will, not my will, be done for all these on the call. I ask that thy will, not your will or my will, be done for all those in the chat box and that need it remotely. And I ask that thy will, not my will or your will, be done for those in the world of spirit. Selah, Ashe, and Amen. Let thy will and only thy will be done in this service. Now it's time for us to return to this 3D physical place. Return your energies to your own body. Center them if you can right in your heart. Your heart has the brain that can tell the whole body what to do instructively and lovingly, and spirit resides there. Start to slowly open your eyes from that closed state into a nice, soft gaze. Open the browns, the blues, the greens. If you have some water, get some water. Drink a little water. Massage your face if you need to. Give yourself what I call that nice, loving, dry bath. Pull the energy again from the heart. Do a little thumping to give your energy. Thumb it, thymus thump, give your energy back to your body. And as I always say, be all here right now. I'm not going to clap hands tonight. I don't want to shock anybody. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to look. Oh, look at all the hearts coming at me. Thank you. Thanks. See, blessing, blessing, blessing. You're sending me blessings. I'm going to give them right back. So, whoo, that was nice. I like that. I like service tonight. That was again. That was nice. That was nice. I like being a blessing and getting a blessing. Look at all them hearts going up, and I'm giving them right back. All right, I'm going to thank my webmaster, my wonderful webmaster, and all of you who are there. Look at all these smiles I got. Look at that big one from Dr. Nicole. Yeah. Taylor, I know Laura is there, our baby that comes to the service. So she's not on it, but I know the baby is here. Mama Neff is here from Maryland. Kathy, all my soul people. Oh, Peggy's there. Yay, Peggy from Virginia. I don't see her lifting the weights tonight. That's all right. She made it to service. And Elder is there. So let me do this. I want you all give your hand because you are a blessing to everybody here, everybody in the chat box, and you're going to be for the rest of the week. So give yourself some love for being the blessing, and you're going to receive one. That's right. Rub that heart, feel that blessing. I am blessed. And as Leroy would say, every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I am well. I am loved. I am a blessing. So go forth and be a blessing. I have 2 short announcements, and you can come back to this site at least by Friday. Hopefully they'll be up. Oh, and Monsignor said, don't forget about me. Now, you know, daughter, I'm a blessing to everybody that's sitting on this service. I done blessed all these people that come, whether they know it or not. And if you didn't know you got one coming from the Monsignor, okay? So thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Father, because you were a blessing and you still are in my life. He said, you better acknowledge me for something. Hear me what I say. Okay. He goes back there for a moment. Told you I'm back in my crazy self tonight. Okay, my joy guide is here. And he is pulling at me. I better hurry up and get off because I will start hysterically laughing. That's what happens when my joy guide is here. And those of you who are in development mediumship know what that means because once they get hold of you, they will not let you go. And I will be hysterically laughing and can't stop. And all of you will be laughing and doing whatever when the joy. Benji, stop. Okay. So anyway, let me put these glasses on, try to be sane. First of 2 announcements. One, this Sunday, September 22nd, I'm the speaker. Can I say that? Speaker, sermon, whatever, talk giver, whatever. I'm not quite there. Let me hold on. I need to ground myself. I am speaking for Camp Chesterfield, and you have to register at campchesterfield.com to hear me speak. They also won't give you a certain, look at Kathy, they only give you a certain amount of time, but I do believe Reverend Firecracker will probably show up on Sunday. That's okay. Now, if they decide just because I said that to zip it and make me be real calm, but that rarely happens. So just come to service, campchesterfield.com, register for the Zoom online service Sunday. That's the first announcement. The second and last one is the Psychic Zoom Fair that Camp Chesterfield holds is Sunday, September 29th, and I am reading. My promise to you is if you sign up and you can't get a reading with me, and there are other really wonderful mediums there that read, you have 3 days. I will read for the same cost because I will send the money to Camp Chesterfield. The readings are normally $20 for 10 minutes. And I do a card reading. I do a 2-card reading. So if you absolutely can't and you really desire one, don't just get one to be getting one. If you're going to be a blessing to someone and you want to bless me and I bless you back, then ask for the reading. But I will do that same reading the 3 days following. The $20 you give me then goes to Chesterfield. That's what I'm going to do. And I will still give you the 2-card reading. So that's it. Sunday, September 29th. It changes for your time zone. It's normally 7 to 9 p.m. EST, but that's Sunday, September 29th. And I think the flyer, the announcement went up and I sent it to several people, but you just go out and register. So those are my 2 announcements. The next service, if you missed it, hold on, I got glasses. I have to actually look. Yeah, we're done with September. October 2nd. Is that Wednesday? Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, Wednesday, October 2nd is the next service. So, and I will have an announcement because my beloved cousin, her daughter, has asked me to be on her podcast. She really does not know. Now, my cousin knows what goes on, but Lene, her daughter, one of her 2 daughters, lovely daughters, really don't know me that well when it comes to that. She's seen me a couple of times, but it's like, look out. So that's not going to be until December, but I will probably ask to be put in check a little bit so that I am appropriate for her podcast, okay? Because the podcast serves a lot of more sane people, not like you all, okay? So that will come later, but those are my 2 announcements. I do want to thank Casey. So Casey, thank you. Look, somebody put a laugh yeah, that is a real laugh with the tears on there. So nice to see some of you back. Abigail, Minister Abigail came back. Astrid, who's been missing us, and Kathy's already here, and Glaude, all you people who I am seeing. Wonderful, Kenneth, everybody. Just thank you for supporting me. Thank you for coming to this service. And we are averaging more, and I'm just happy that I'm averaging around 20, 25 people. And that's still good. You didn't fall off, and let me just continue to be a blessing to you as you are to me. And I really, really mean that. I really mean that from my heart. Y'all all are. And as you know, since I've had visitors nonstop, y'all can come out here, Albuquerque, not Albuquerque, Albuquerque, and see me. I always got a place for you. Nicole knows that. Kathy knows that. Ebony knows that because she's sitting in my guest suite right now. Okay. Dr. Nicole has even been here to this house. Joy still has to come. Okay, we know that. Apostle's sitting here. Because when you get here, I'm going to say this, and I really am going to stop. This house, I'm not joking. Anybody's been in. This house will bless you because it's not a house. This is a light home. This is a beacon of light. Every stitch, every board in here, the dirt, the mere dirt has been prayed over. And I mean, not the concrete, the dirt, the tree, all of it. You come in this house and you go in my source room. I don't have to even ask. You are going to get a blessing. I don't even determine what it is, what is needed, because God knows and God will show. But you step in here, you're going to be a different person and blessed when you go out. That's a guarantee. And with that, I'm done. I am a blessing. I bless you. I bless this service. I thank the Holy Spirit for allowing this service. And may all of you go forth and receive the blessings that are destined for you. And may you have nothing but increase in your spiritual, your emotional, and your physical life. And good night till October.